Your values and my values is different. Time and relationships is the most valuable thing, right? And when I mean relationships, I don't mean the woman you're with or the man you're with. You see, that's the problem with today's world, right? When we talk about relationships, right? Everyone just wants to, every guy and woman, they think, what do you want? Yeah, I want a man that could do this. I want a woman that could do this.
We are live, baby. Yo, I'm gonna take my team on, man.
Hi guys, it's Tima Marie.
Yeah.
Is that recorded?
Yeah.
Is it? Nice.
Yeah. Yo, what is up, guys? We are back at it again. And we can't stop, we won't stop, we never stop. It's too beautiful for us to stop, man.
I like
You
that,
know?
man.
It's too
Starting with a motivation.
Yeah.
Quotes already.
You know, like, it's like, why stop?
Never.
The world don't stop for us.
Right.
Like, nothing ever decides to stop for us.
Right.
So why should we stop for something?
Exactly.
100%.
Well, welcome to another episode of
Yes.
Afro Vivid. We have, my name is Safwan.
Yes.
And we have Babatunde.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, Babatunde, that's what they call me.
Man.
Yeah. But my name is Goku Pump on the platform and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have Fatima in the building.
Yes, you have Tima Marie.
Okay.
And we
That's
also
my
have,
YouTube name.
we also have Medis in the building, man.
Yep.
How you guys feeling? How's your Saturday going so far?
Yeah, it's been a busy day. It's been a non-stopping day.
Right.
When we say we don't stop, it's been that type of day. Never
Yeah.
stop.
You was at the gym today.
Yeah, I was at the gym, I was shooting content, and then, Tima was like, yo, she want me to come through with you guys and do this stuff. And I was like, alright, I'll do it.
Hey man,
Yeah,
thanks for
it's
coming
good
on,
to-
man.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. I'm not even gonna lie, at first I was like, damn, we gotta go all the way to Virginia and this and that. But seeing what you guys have created, this is awesome, man. I gotta give you guys that credit, man. You guys are.
Thank you.
Just keep at this consistently, and you guys are already there. You just keep at it consistently. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, man. But how were you guys on, Fatima and Mohammed? How's your weekend going so far?
For me, so far it's good. Honestly, I'm happy that I'm here. And Goku Pump, thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm happy to be here, guys.
Yeah, I'm my weekend has been good so far. So I'm really excited. But yeah, so a quick kind of talk about your platform, what you do and how many subscribers and all that stuff.
I've been doing YouTube for like 8 years now. Probably a little longer. And just been showing people how to work out, stay healthy, stay strong-minded. Through the workout, I started off with just showing people like workouts. Like, yo, just work out, you know what I mean? Do this through calisthenics, like, you could get your body right through calisthenics. But as through the journey, I started learning more things. Learning about like psychedelics, spiritual journey. So the workout has just opened some stuff even more about life to me.
That's good, man.
That's
always
very
good
deep.
to
Yeah.
That's
inspire people. But off camera, you said you don't believe in clothes, right?
Yeah, I don't
guess
believe in
some
clothes.
people may want to know, like, why you don't know without clothes and why is it?
You have to bring that
Why is the reason you don't believe in clothes?
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him like off camera. I was like, nah. He may have a good story like
Cool.
for
Yeah.
the camera, so bro.
So this is why I don't believe in clothes, right? First of all, when you cover something, you're not really gonna care too much about it
Right.
because it's covered. You know what I mean? That's why you got people that's out of shape, and they're comfortable with being out of shape. A lot of people are not comfortable with wearing. Some people are not comfortable with wearing a shirt that's from Payless.
Right.
If a shirt is like, let's say there's some like an old name brand like Fubu. Would you wear Fubu? No, right? You wouldn't wear it because you don't. most people wouldn't wear it because they're like, yo, that brand that's the old shit, you know? And that's cheap or something. It's cheap. You're wearing a cheap brand that's whack, or like Skechers, you know what I mean?
Right.
People care so much about that, and the only value that has is the price of it, money. You know what I mean? Nothing can buy this.
Okay.
What I'm wearing, this is not only what I wear. This is where I live. Forget my address. I don't know what address you live in. I don't know where you live in. This is where I live. I can sleep. Yeah, I can sleep outside. I could be in the shelters, bro. But I'm gonna be good. You know why? Because inside here is so healthy, bro. It's so clean. It's so rich. It's full of healthy foods.
Right.
It's so strong. It's built up the right way. You see how you guys built up this place? It's so built up and solid. Yeah, I live good. I'm rich. I'm wealthy.
That's good. That's a good way to look
I
at
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's why I said that's what the workout has done. The workout has literally opened my mind into it's so deep. Like that's why I go hard with I want everyone to work out, or not just, you don't have to go to the gym. You could, I was telling her earlier, she could dance. If she Francis, you know?
Okay.
If she danced so hard, I'm telling you, she would be like, your body could literally be so sexy from dancing.
Yeah.
Your body could change from literally dancing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everything is a workout. So you just gotta be passionate about what the hell you're moving. We all need to move.
Right.
Cause that's what animals do. They move. They don't stop. Don't stop, bro.
Now speaking of working out, right? I mean, based on my understanding, like huge part of like staying consistent and like getting to like the results you want to get to like in the gym.
Yeah.
Requires like mindset, like a very strong mindset, like dedicated to like working out and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And do you think the way you see things, your mindset affect like the way things turns out for you in life? Pretty much, does your mindset affect like your outcome in life?
Oh yeah, bro. It definitely does. So I realize we live in a spiritual world, brother. You know what I mean? Like I kind of manifested where I am today.
Oh, you did?
Like when I started my
dope.
YouTube channel, right? I was like, yo, I want to just be a YouTuber. I don't want to work at my job no more. I just want to just be able to do things at my own time. I used to hate when I had to run, bro. I used to run to work every day because I'm like, if you pass the 5-minute mark, you get a write-up and you get fired.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to have that problem of, damn, I gotta be there on time and this and that. And there's nothing wrong with being, it's good to be there on things on time, but it's like I want to do things at my own time.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to be able to see my kid when I want to see my kid. Or meet up with friends. So like, oh, if you was like, yo, you invited me to this podcast today, what if I told you, man, I got work, man. I can't make it because I got work. They told me to come in.
Yeah.
So I think being able to control our time is the most powerful thing. People are chasing money. The most powerful thing is our time. And mindset will help you because that's how you manifest whatever you want.
Right.
Through your mindset. So it's like, all right, cool. You guys have a mindset for this podcast you guys are building. Right. You had a mindset. I'm pretty sure this whole design, you had it in your mind before you did it. So you manifested. So we live in a spiritual world where this is magic, bro. You literally made magic. Right. It's not like you didn't think about this and you just woke up and you saw it. It's just like, yo, this is what I want.
It's almost like deja vu, like where you kind of thought about it.
Yeah.
But then the moment it becomes like a reality, you be like, have I lived this before? You start asking questions, but then it's all about just like what you said.
Yeah.
It's all about manifesting, thinking about what you want in life.
Yes, sir.
But also you brought up a great ass point. Excuse me. A great point. In terms of like time, because a lot of times we just think about, just I'm just making money, blah blah blah. But having that time where you control when to go to work or how you make your money, where you have the freedom to do other stuff.
Yes.
But again, working for someone is like pretty much, they're on time.
Yeah.
You gotta go to work every day. You cannot be like, I can't go to work, because
Yeah.
else they're gonna fire you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's what I guess that's one of the benefit of your mindset and where you're at today.
Exactly, and it's mindset. You know what I mean? And I'm not. We could go deep into mindset, like us being free today as Black people.
Right.
Like we're not slaves anymore, or we are not as much as slaves as we were back then.
Mm-hmm.
It's through somebody else's mindset. The mindset of Martin Luther King.
Right.
The mindset of Malcolm X.
Right.
That was all mindset, bro.
Yeah.
So, the question is, the true question is, how powerful is everyone's mindset? Because everyone has that mindset. Everyone wants certain things with you wanted this whole scenario, right?
Right.
But how powerful were you able to go for it? You understand what I'm saying? Because you're not the only one that want these things or these things that you created.
Right.
The will.
I feel like coming back to your point, right?
Yeah.
When you touched on like freedom, I think that's like the most important thing, right? Let's say like if you go like outside, right? You ask people, what do you want? Like time freedom, location freedom, or like $1 million, right? A lot of people would tell you, I want the $1 million.
Yeah.
But if you really like question them, like drill down, like let's say, if I give you $1 million now, what would you do with it? Like, why do you want the $1 million? It's gonna come back to time, freedom, space freedom, and they will tell you something like, I want to travel all around the world, like on my own will. So really, what you wanted was like freedom to like travel, or like freedom to like make decisions on your own terms, not really the $1 million.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it, right? And when it comes to like me like going for things that I want as well, and I'm not saying like my mindset is there, because there's always like things that I feel like I can be way much better on as well, right? But it's just like understand like where you want to be, and also like understand like how you can get there. And the really difficult part of it is just the mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just having that willpower to like go do the things that you're supposed to do, because distractions can be like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And on Friday's night, right, I may like just tell myself it's better for me to like just stay home and like hustle like a bit more like on my YouTube channel, right? But Muhammad may hit me up like, yo, it's just party tonight, man. Let's go let's go there, right? That's where your mindset comes in play, right? Do you really want to like stick to your goals, or do you want to like just slack that one day and like go party with Muhammad? You may tell yourself it's just one day, right? But what you're really doing is like you're getting yourself in the habits of like making excuses. It's just one day, and the next week it's gonna happen again. It's just one day.
It's another day.
It comes. But I want to hear from Fatima though.
Oh my God, Fatima.
Yeah, it's like we almost forgot about Fatima.
Before you say anything, because there's one time where you told me that you wanted to do something for yourself, and that's why you started a YouTube channel. So like, kind of walk us through that whole process. You're thinking of why you decided to take that next step.
Okay.
We ready? Go ahead. We got time.
Let's stage
Okay,
so
I'm gonna answer your own question first. So for me, with YouTube, Goku Pump actually is the one that inspired me to start doing YouTube.
Nice.
And
It's the popular guy here.
Clap for me, guys.
The popular guy.
He is actually an amazing person, but I feel like YouTube creates an environment or a space where you can contribute to somebody's life. You can help somebody without not being there physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can inspire people, and at the same time, too, you're making side hustle. You're making money on the side, and it's also a way for you to, like Goku Pump always said, invest. I feel like it's a way to also invest in your future as well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I am on YouTube. Now, to answer your question, because that's something I actually do struggle with making excuses.
Yeah.
With a mindset, I feel like you have to practice that daily for it to stick. Because for me,
Of course.
it was very hard for me to have a goal and then stick with it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the mindset part, what you said about having excuses and everything like that, the mindset part where that comes out, it all depends on where the surrounding of the person. And also the people you choose to surround yourself with. Because you had a choice when you said that if Mohammed hit you up, you can go to sleep, right? And the next day make your money on YouTube. Or you can go to a party with Mohammed and be hangover the next day.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying? So I feel like it all depends on who you are as a person.
Have you ever noticed this? For example, right? Let's say like normally when we just don't have like plans, right? Like you don't tend to like see like distractions, right? But when you're going for like a specific goal or something, that's when you start noticing like all the distractions coming.
God. Yes.
Especially like even like when it comes to relationships, right?
Oh my God, you have to
This guy.
When it comes to relationship, right? When you're single, like you don't have like people like hitting you up all that stuff. You don't notice it, right? But once like you trying to like focus to like this one person, now all the other girls are like available, all the other guys are available to you. Distractions everywhere. It's the same with goals as well. When you're going for your goals, right? That's when all the distractions are coming around. Like you see like all the fun stuff coming by, and it's really like a test, like your, like how much really are you able to like,
stand.
Yeah, stick to your goals and like just pretty much like hold like enjoyments, not like the temporary enjoyments for like something bigger for like a big enjoyment later. So that's how I always see it. Like try to like look at it from that way, right? This party tonight might be just it might be good and all that. It's possible like I may very much miss like a very fun event and all that, but if I really know where I want to see myself, like in for the rest of my life, if that goal is bigger than tonight, then I'll try to like do whatever best I can do to like pursue that goal in the future.
I think it's much more harder if you try to put your goal like into a big chunk instead of doing that. So like limit some kind of distraction, make it look less like a task, like break it down a little, like just a like chunk of tasks that you have to do to accomplish this one goal. You shouldn't be like, okay, well, for example, I'm gonna be famous, right? But how are you gonna be famous? So you have to break it down, like certain steps that you have to do within until you become famous. So that way, it's much more easier. It's still not easy, but it makes it less complicated for you. Where you just do that little task for the day. The next day you continue doing it. Over time, once you add all those experience, you are technically like already building like a building blocks for you to achieve your goal. It kind of makes it easier.
So what I would add to what both of y'all said is I think the problem is just purpose, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, look at the goal you just said. I want to be famous. Well, that goal just sounds so like.
So bro, like everybody has that goal.
It just sounds so like So when you're not famous, what happens? It's like, or even when you become famous, what happens after that? So like when you have purpose, it's like when let's say you set the goal of going to the gym. Why? That's why I base my brand off of find something. That's my go-to. Find something. Find a reason to keep going. That's the purpose. Your reason is what's gonna keep you consistent. Right. For me, when I do what I do, it's deeper than me. I think about my son. I think about my mom. My mom passed away. I think about her. I'm like, yo, my mom did so much just to bring me to this country. That's the best thing she did for me. Is like, yo, like she didn't have her papers. She's like, I'm gonna born you in this country, and And I know exactly all the stuff she went through, bro, just to have me in here. So like, when I decide to just go party for no reason,
Right.
that's disrespectful to my mom.
That's a good way to look at it.
Disrespecting her soul.
Right. She's
Like-
over there like,
Yeah. Like, if I go party, bro, I'm partying with people like you guys, bro. Let's say you invited me to a party. She invited me to a party. All right, go. Because guess what? The most valuable thing is time and relationships.
Right.
Just to hang out with you guys, yeah, because we're building something, you know. We're doing business together. But just to hang out with friends that all we do is hang out.
Yep.
yeah, no.
I have something to say about that when you're done.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We just all we do is hang out all the time. Yeah. Go hang out, not me. If we can't talk about building something, collaborating on something, starting some type of business, let's, you know,
Right.
what am I going to go party with you for?
Right.
Party is to celebrate.
Right.
People keep forgetting that. The reason we party is to celebrate. So when you're partying all the time, what are you celebrating? Your failure? Keep celebrating your failure. Keep celebrating that. I ain't celebrating failure. That's why I don't party like that, you know?
Right.
The only time I party if it's somebody like you, her, people I've collabed with invite me to, let's say you had a birthday party. I'm gonna come through because we're collabed on something.
Right.
You know? So I'm not gonna be like, nah, I'm not coming to your party. Nah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with partying. The most valuable thing is our time and relationships. Who are you with at that party?
Right.
Who are you with? If you're with the friend that just party and get drunk and just, you know, do one night stand all the time, good for you. But you're never gonna grow from that. If I'm partying with you guys now, yeah, it's okay to like, you know, we didn't do this podcast work today, but you know we're connecting because we need to build our relationship so we can keep collabing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm actually glad that you brought up the friends part because I feel like a lot of people need to hear this. You have certain friends in your life. And if you really sit down and think, how does this person benefit my goals, where I see myself in the next 3 years, 2 years, or 5 years? How does this person contribute to that? And I feel like people have friends in their life that drains them.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because for me, this is very deep because I struggle with this one as well. I used to have a lot of friends in my life, a lot of female friends in my life. And as I get older, I start questioning their motive. I start questioning why are they in my life?
Yeah.
And I start cutting everyone that will call me in the evening to party.
On weekend.
Yes, as soon as Friday,
It's the
girl, what you
weekend friends.
doing? What you doing, girl? You want to go out? No. You don't need a friend that wants to go out all the time because you know why? That person will hurt you financially. Because you keep spending, because when you go out, you spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's like, that person is not worth being around you. And I feel like sometimes when you're in a situation, you don't see how damaged that situation is unless you step out of it. And I had to cut a lot of people off and step out and look at my life from other person's point of view. And I start surrounding myself with people that I know that they will push me. Like look at Goku, for example. We're friends, right?
Yeah.
We met at the gym.
Yeah.
And I've not posted a YouTube video in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And he is always, every time I talk to this guy, when are you going to post a video? When are you going to post a video? Fatima, stop being lazy. All of that. Like, he pushed me. And those are the kind of friends he have. Francis, for example. I know you guys cannot see Francis, but she's right over there.
I can see her.
Francis is...
I can see her.
When I don't pray, if I'm going through something spiritual, she will call me and say, have you prayed about it? Have you fasted? Have you talked to God? You know what I mean? These are friends that you want around you. You want friends that makes you a better person.
Yeah.
You want friends that when you have a goal and you have a business idea or whatsoever, for friends to contribute. I have Goku Pump and Francis know that I'm trying to own a business down the road. You know what she got me for Christmas? A printer. You know, like when people order online.
Like shipping printer?
Yeah,
That's
a shipping
dope.
label printer. That's what she got me. She's the first person that ever invested in the idea. I didn't even buy nothing for my business yet. But she purchased me that.
She's a good friend.
You get what I'm trying to say?
I feel you.
Goku Pump is pushing me to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can start monitoring my YouTube account. You need friends that pushes you. You don't need friends that say, girl, what you doing tonight? Let's go out. You don't need friends like that. Because friends like that, that's a big red flag. That
Right.
they will not only destroy the relationship you have with other people, they will drain you financially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their values are different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People values are different, and that's what people just need to understand. Like your values and my values is different, and that's another thing. You know, when we talk about, I said time and relationships is the most valuable thing, right? And when I mean relationships, I don't mean the woman you're with or the man you're with. You see, that's the problem with today's world, right? When we talk about relationships, right? Everyone just wants to, every guy and woman, they think, what do you want? Yeah, I want a man that could do this. I want a woman that could do this.
Right.
When you have the relationships that could help you do all of that already, but you're too focused on finding a woman, or if your woman too focused finding a man.
Right.
You want a woman? I want a woman that could do this for me, but maybe you could do that for me. No homo. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, and this is why it gets back to, you know, shout outs to Andrew Tate.
Andrew
But this
Tate.
was,
Andrew Tate.
yeah, we was talking about that.
Yes.
The woman, the reason a man and a woman is together is just to procreate. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're a woman of purpose, you're a man of purpose, you don't need the woman that you love to do all these things that she just mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the people around you that could do that for you. You know? As a man, I feel like, you know, for me, from just my personal option, I just want a woman that could give me a peace of mind.
Right.
She might not be intelligent enough to give me some ideas. You know what I mean? To elevate my shit. You know what I mean? But I could have a girl like Fatima that's a friend. I could have you guys that are my friends
Right.
to give me ideas to elevate.
Right.
So now we go into relationships, we're expecting like, yo, if she can't give me ideas to elevate, I'm not.
Yep.
Bro, and then they settle for a girl that can even give them ideas, right? But come with so much headaches that don't even like get them to the
Stress,
idea.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I feel you.
So we gotta know, life is chess. We gotta know the people we. When I mean chess, the relationships we have is the people we play the chess with. Who's your queen? Who's your king? Who's this and that? Yeah. You can't have the queen playing the king in the chess game, bro.
Yeah.
That's when you lose. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And speaking of mindsets again, right?
What about you? You keep asking us all the questions, guys. He is
Word.
literally throwing
Word,
questions
word.
at us. What about you? What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
Uh,
How does your mindset have helped you to get to where you are right now?
I just understand like I try to understand like what I want, and you know, just go for it. And I always feel like, you know, all of us have like this superpower of like actually getting like the things that we want, right? And but I feel like some people may just not get what they want because either one, they just don't have like the discipline to do it, and that's the very scary part to be, right? And I just don't want to see myself there. Pretty much like I don't want to, like, let's say fast forward like 10 years from now, right? I don't want to be in that place where like I'll be regretting it, man. If I would have done this like 10 years ago, right? I probably would have been this. Just like Goku right now, right? Goku got like thousands of subscribers, right? But he's been doing this like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And let's say like if me and Goku would have started at the same time, right?
Yeah.
But he had stayed consistent, and have been like very, very inconsistent, right? Or I just stopped. I don't want to be like in that situation. Like, man, I'm looking at Goku and I was like, wow, Goku making all this money, right, for something that me and them probably have the same idea, or I probably have like a better start than him, right? But look at where he is now, and I'm just like still like the same person that I was 10 years ago. So that's how I always like see things, right? And I'm just try to look at the future and make sure like I do like the best that I can to like make sure at least when I get to the next 10 years, right, I'm very comfortable at least the work that I put in. Even it doesn't have to like be successful, right? But at least I don't want to like see myself as a lazy person that didn't do the work at all. Right. I'd rather do the work and fail. And but I would just know that yes, at least I did the work. Then not do anything at all. Then just regret it. Be like, man, that's like. Have you guys seen what's his name? Kanye West. He got a show on Netflix, Genius. Have any of you seen it?
No. Is it a new show?
Yeah, it just came out last year. That thing is powerful, man. So this guy, right, from he was young, like he had nothing, right?
You talking about he's
Kanye West, the rapper.
I watched something like that on Netflix
Genius.
where they were recording him, right?
Yes, he just knew it was gonna be great.
His journey to music, is it?
The guy just knew it was gonna be great, like since he was nothing, right?
Yeah.
So he had one of his friends just following him around, like recording him, like going through like chasing this goal pretty much, and things like that is so inspiring to me. Like sometimes like you will hear like people from Bill Gates, right? Like let's example like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they will tell you about their story and all that. It's probably like very factual, right? But actually seeing somebody like going through like their goals from very young and on camera, like it's very, very inspiring, man. Yeah. LeBron James was the same thing. Yeah. From he was like 6-7 years old, his coach like was recording it. Until like when he gets to this point, it's like they just knew, and like it's just like that mindset.
But you see what I said? And you know the value thing in that? Somebody was there recording them, right?
Someone who believed in him.
Yeah, they believe in themselves as well.
Relationships, they believe in themselves as well, but they were able to believe in themselves even more because of the relationships they had.
That's true.
That person.
You know what I mean?
That is
Somebody
very true.
was literally there. All these guys, bro, is the same story. Michael Jordan is the same story, bro. They had somebody there to be like, yo, what? They saw that talent, right? And they didn't even waste it. They was like, nah, yo, we gotta push this. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody, let's say that person that was recording them, let's say they was telling them, man, this is whack, this is not, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you could still be successful, right? But it's gonna alter that. Right. It's gonna make it difficult, more difficult. Right. You know? What's interesting about my story was I didn't have relationships like that when I was a kid. I was always doing push-ups. Bro, you know what's funny? And as a kid, right, I would be the only one doing push-ups out of all the family. My cousins, we always like stay together, so I would be the only one doing push-ups in the room. And my uncle would see that and be like, wow, that's good. but no one ever said, yo, maybe you could do something with this. Right. Maybe you could be a trainer or something. Right. No one said that. You know what they always told me? You gotta go to school and
stop wasting your time.
Yeah, man. You could, my parents used to say, yo, you could be strong as hell, but if you don't go to school and have money, it's just So all that stuff was a distraction.
Right, definitely.
So it took a lot of drive and just man, because as a kid, I always knew something. There was times as a little kid, something always hit me yo, I don't want to be just the person that goes to school and become a doctor. It's very boring. I used to watch Michael Jackson and be like, yo, that looks like a fun life. Michael Jackson is my number one inspiration, bro. I used to look at him dancing. That looks like a fun life to do. A fun life to live. You're not just I used to get this feeling of people going to school and graduating and I'm like, yeah, that's just so regular and boring as shit.
Right.
Like, you get married after. It's like, it's just a picture that's always painted, bro. It's like, yeah, you go to school, you graduate, you get married. She's also
It's
went
like
to
a
school.
system.
Yeah, you guys both are educated, nice and, kids and the same thing. I'm like, that looks so fucking boring, bro.
Yeah.
Same routine.
Yeah, you know, something always put that, and you know.
And I think you know, in most cases you have to like have a why. Once you figure out what's like your why is, to be honest, like that's basically like your purpose.
Yeah.
What's your why?
Why did you guys start this podcast?
There you go.
Well,
they're asking us all the questions.
Well,
We need to start
that's a
asking
good one.
them.
I don't know if we said this before, but I think I was thinking about it, and immediately my mind went to him. So I'm like, you know, I went up to, I was like, yo, we should start a podcast. But my reason was like, I want to be able to be comfortable in front of the camera, because I'm like, you know, for some reason I see myself in a place where any position or so where I will be addressing like a group of people, right? So, and that's something that where, you know, it's always like a fear in us.
Public speaking.
Public speaking.
Okay.
So I was like, you know, if I'm comfortable in front of the camera and just be myself, I'm sure one day when that opportunity comes where I have to address, you know, a group of people, I'll be fine with it. So that's where my thought process came from, and I went to him, and he was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's start a podcast. So that's how everything started. But I try to look for like a why. Like before I do anything, I make sure like in 10 years or so, 5-10 years, it's something that's going to add value to me. Yes. So that's something that has added value to me. You know, I've become like more comfortable, you know, at my workplace. And a lot of times, like I'm showing leadership as well. So I feel like that's something that's, you know, is good for me. But to be honest,
very
something
good
that
skill, man.
I'm feared of, like one thing, reason why I'm like, you know what, I have to do something better for myself. But it's more so like rejection. It could be anything. And also being like feared of, you know, not being able to pay your bills.
That is scary, yeah.
Those things to me is just something that drives me. Like a lot of times we all go through rejection. Like ever since we're young, it might be like, you know, a professor saying, oh, you're not good enough. Or, you know, a friend just, you know, it might be a relationship rejection. But that shit, you know, takes you far away. I'm telling you. And I'm telling people, like, just hold on to that stuff.
Makes you challenge yourself.
You know, keep that shit. And I'm telling you, once that light bulb click, like it comes on, like you are unstoppable. Yeah. Like you becomes like free. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not afraid, nothing. You living good now. Bro. So to be honest, that's like a 100% like motivation to me.
And I'm just you have something to say?
Well, I was just gonna say we make our own world. You know what I mean? Yeah. We make it. You know, I realized that you know, bills and all that stuff. Yes, it's important, but it's like, it's our fault that we have these bills.
It's our fault. That's because we're lazy.
You know what I mean? Like, it's our fault. That's why I used to knock homeless people, but I was like, you know what? If you're happy because you don't have no bills to pay, and maybe you're just getting by asking people I just can't beg for money. You know what I mean? I'd rather just go get it. You know what I mean? That chance of playing a risk, I can't play that type of risk game. But anywhere we're in life, we gotta accept that it's our fault, and we can't stress over
accountable.
Yeah, it's just a bill.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just numbers in your bank account. You know, sometimes I say this all the time, like, these banks are so fucked up, man, because all they had to do was add a couple more zeros to my bank account, and I would have been a millionaire.
That's good.
They just make that so easy. They could have made it so easy, man. Right. But they so fucked up. They could do that with everyone. They can literally do. This is why we live in the matrix, guys. Right. They can literally put zeros in everybody's account. Everybody's okay.
It's a numbers game.
But that would make you lazy, don't you think?
Rich people are lazy.
Billionaires people working for them.
Billionaires are lazy.
See, this is where
there's two type of lazy.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I disagree with that.